What's going on, each and every one of you saucy cunts? My name is Jericho, and this is me teaching you how to do a drive-by shooting. Kind of, sort of, not really. Please don't use a mini Uzi when you do a drive-by shooting. You'll probably get a hit marker. A lot of people don't know this, but I live in Baltimore. It's a city on the east coast of the United States, and it is a shithole. On top of that, it's not exactly the nicest of cities. A lot of people think of, like, New York as being, like, a murder capita. No. Baltimore had the second highest murder rate last year, behind Philadelphia. We are a shithole. It is terrible. Routinely, every day on the news, you can turn on the news and hear about at least 1 to 7 people who have been brutally murdered by their husband, wives, drug dealers, pimps, fellows, classmates, students, teachers, unborn child, who knows? They're fucking vicious, those infants. So, I decided that in the honor of probably 30,000 people who have been killed in my city in the last 5 seconds, I was gonna do a drive-by shooting. Not in real life, that's awkward. Please don't arrest me. No, the mini Uzi, I was just thinking of things to use that were gonna be absolutely terrible, and everyone knows the mini Uzi has the highest rate of fire, and then the perk double tap is a piece of shit. No one uses it. So I decided to slap that on there. On top of that, the mini Uzi is not that good. So I was like, hey, I have like a beautiful combination for an epic video. And then I realized that I was actually doing kind of well with it. I don't know if you've ever been to my channel before. A lot of people, this is your first time. Hopefully not your last. But I do like to spray from the hip with an M60. That's awesome. I'm a beast at it. I'm not gonna lie to you. The only thing I can do well in Call of Duty is get lucky when firing from the hip. So, you know, I guess prior experience going into this, I decided, hey, it's gonna be an awesome time. I'm gonna poop on children. Well, you see, I have 6 assists. When you have more assists than deaths, you should probably consider it time to quit and use a different gun. But actually, I have a story for you guys. It's a story about, almost getting shot. See, I live in a relatively nice part of the, nice area. I guess you could say it's north of Baltimore City. And, I still managed to almost get shot. So one day, I was driving home from school. And, I left a little bit early so I could skip traffic and stuff. I usually leave around 4:20, 4:30. And, I actually left at, like, 3:15. So I'm driving home. I drive this big-ass Ford Explorer. It is global warming on wheels. It gets, like, 4 miles per gallon. A large SUV should get, like, 15 miles per gallon at the worst. A Hummer, a military vehicle, gets better miles per gallon than mine. It's terrible. I don't know why someone decided to make a car that literally eats gas like a fat kid eats mayonnaise, but obviously someone wants it. Look, I have it, whatever. But, so I was driving my bus home from school, and, there was road work up ahead. And everyone hates, I don't know if you drive or if you're old enough to drive, but the most annoying thing, if there's road work, some bitch is gonna think, oh, it's gonna be okay to drive along the right side of you, like in the emergency lane, and try and merge in front of you. So there's this big Ford F-150, a bigger car than mine, mind you. This thing was huge. And it was probably being driven by a large man, because that guy had some balls. So, my school's in Baltimore City. I decided, along with this huge Ford, after like the 400th car that zoomed past me in the emergency lane, reserved for ambulances and police vehicles, because probably someone was going to get shot there. I have no doubts about it. They were driving past us. We decided to park our cars in the emergency lane and wait until, and move up like slowly with our empty space, you know, kind of half in our lane, half in the emergency lane, so no one could go past us. Now, obviously, that didn't stop people. I don't know why. Maybe you think you'd have common sense and be like, these large Ford Explorers and Ford F-150s, probably driven by large, muscular men. Thank you very much. I'm very large and muscular and happen to get double sprays while spraying in grass. Uncompetitive like of me, but whatever. These two people are probably blocking these lanes for a reason. Maybe I should not try and push my luck. So, someone decides, I think I'm going to be a Bamf. He jumps the curb, okay? He literally drives up on the pedestrian sidewalk and drives around the first car. So I'm like, oh shit, this guy's for cereal. I don't want to get into this. So I like start trying to inch my way back into my old spot, and you know, it didn't really work out. So I was like stuck half in the lane, half out, and this guy was driving a like 1980s Cadillac. So if you guys have ever lived in a city and you see someone driving a 1980s Cadillac, you're scared shitless. I'm scared shitless. Why? Because people who use mini Uzis with double tap and steady aim, bandolier, and spray from the hip usually drive in 1980s Cadillacs. So I'm like, oh god, oh god, oh god, Snoop Dogg's gonna come and rape me in the anus. Turns out Snoop Dogg's cousin was in that car. I don't want to be racist, but the guy was going to kill me. So I'm in this car. Alright, if anyone has seen my videos, my Rebecca Black parody, I don't know. I'm a scrawny white dude. I am very scrawny. I could not fight anyone if I tried. So, I'm not very intimidating. So when that guy pulled up even with my car, meanwhile he's on the sidewalk, people are trying to walk and he's like parking his car on the sidewalk. He sees me. He sees me sitting in the car. And he makes eye contact with me. So I'm like jamming to like dubstep in this car. And I look over and I see this dude. He sees me. And we instantly realize that he could kick my ass and I should shut the hell up. So, I kind of gave him the, what you want, bro? Why you mad look? And he gave me the, I'm gonna jump out of this car and slit your wrist kind of look. And, he continued to try and like drive around this light pole that was conveniently situated like just in front of him, so he would have to move into my lane to get past. So, awkwardly enough, I have to now back up to allow this man, or stay where I am and risk getting him out of his car and beating my ass. So, what would you have done in this situation? Let me know. Let me know. How would you have handled this, okay? Because as of right now, I'm scared shitless. This guy's mad at me. The guy behind me's looking at me like, yo, you want to back up? He like even backed up to allow me to back up. This dude was like back there like, oh, I know this guy's serious. And I didn't know if this guy was gonna jump out and beat my ass. So I kind of sat there for a couple minutes. And he stared me down. It was scary as hell. He stared me down and was looking at me as if it was going to be my decision to do this. He then rolled down his window. Alright, this was a couple months ago, so it was cold outside. He rolls down his window. It's very cold. I now understand that when someone rolls down your window, or their window, you're supposed to roll down yours. So I rolled down my window, to which he then yelled at me to get the bleep out of the bleeping way you bleep, or I'm going to bleep you up. I don't know why I censored that. I was cursing the entire time. Basically, he told me to fuck off. And I kind of looked at him like, where are you... I looked at him, I was like, where are you going to go? You merge in 500 feet. And he told me to get the fuck back, or I'm going to make him get out of his car. Scrawny white kid versus large black man. What would you do? Hi, my name's Jericho. I backed the fuck up. I'm not going to lie to you. I was scared out of my mind. So, why you asked maybe why I thought I was going to get shot? Well, for starters, there was a box of ammunition in his back seat. Now, you're asking, like, how could I see it in my back seat? Well, since he was in a low-riding Cadillac and I was in a big Ford, I could see right down in there. And there was, like, an open box with a couple casings missing. I don't know if that means he had a gun in him or whatever, in his car or whatever. And this was so stupid. He merged two cars in front of me, and he got to the light and stopped at the light next to me again. That's awkward. If you ever get into a road rage fight, make sure to never stop at a light next to them. That is so awkward. Don't do it. So, I don't know. I was just paranoid. I didn't know how to deal with that. I've never gotten into a fight with someone before. I was scared shitless. I don't know about you, but if someone would ever do that to me, like, again, I'd be sure to fucking back the hell up. I'd just back up. Straight up. But anyways, still using this mini Uzi, still spraying from the hip. It's probably awesome. You should go try it out. I'm not gonna lie to you. Spraying from the hip is probably the most champion thing to do on COD Day. I'm gonna start doing, like, the fucking 12 days of COD. Or some shit. This is Christmas now. It's COD Day is every day. So anyways, thank you for watching, guys. My name is Jericho. I hope you sat through this entire, like, this absolutely riveting life and death tale. I got a helicopter, using a mini Uzi, with double tap, spraying from the hip. I'm a champion. Don't worry about it. This is about the only time I'm ever going to do good in a video game. Do well, do good, whatever. But, I'd love it if you guys could comment, rate, subscribe, favorite, do whatever you want to do, to be completely honest. But seriously, let me know how you would have handled that situation. And don't say you were going to hop out of the car and do a 360 Grizz no-scope because I did not have my M40 on me. I'm sorry, I have my R700, and we all know that would just gotten a hit marker. LOL, COD jokes. No, seriously though, thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you later.